reading of MLP. It's going to be epic, and today we are reading Daniel.
What? Oh, Dominant Species, Chapter 1, I guess.
Exactly. Okay. Who's reading first?
You're reading first, I thought.
Oh, okay.
Horrible.
I'm out of liquids to drink.
I don't.
I should have got something to drink before we started recording, but that's okay.
Whatever.
Fluttershy awoke. It was a beautiful early spring day. The air was crisp and clear. The birds were singing. Fluttershy was feeling warm and fuzzy. She happily fluttered down the stairs into the kitchen, prepared herself some
You're not
fried
good at
eggs
this, are you?
with a side of hash browns. This is my first reading. I don't normally read aloud. Note to the viewers, I normally don't read aloud, so expect errors and me having to wait a couple seconds to read ahead because I don't read much. So yeah. Also, in the background, you can see the stuff if you.
Shouldn't we have done this at the beginning? Should we just, like, stop and restart
Yeah.
or something?
No, we don't need to stop. It's perfectly fine. But a
I
couple
bet
of
all the viewers are gonna be like, what the fuck?
yeah, probably. Now, as you can see, you can read it for yourself. Yeah, you can read it for yourself. It's on fanfiction.net, and you can read it in the video. As
We've
I'm.
been doing this for, like, 2 minutes, just, like, explaining. We read, like, one sentence.
No, that's actually 3 or 4.
But shut up, close enough.
Okay. Angel sat in the kitchen. Angel sat in the kitchen doorway, eyeing his pet pony carefully. Something was odd. She was rarely this happy this early in the morning. As Fluttershy cooked away, she hummed a cute tune. Her hips swaying back and forth, her tail raised a little and swinging with her hips. Yeah. Yeah, actually, note, here, me and him actually read this last night, and we forgot to hit record, so we read all the way down to the bottom, and
No, wait.
then I go to my desktop to start rendering the video. It's like, what? Where you go? So we gotta read it again, and it might not be as much laughter this time, but we're still gonna try to laugh.
I'm still going to laugh because it's funny.
Yeah, this is funny. This is really, really funny. Okay.
Yes.
Angel then spotted a little red dot on the floor behind her. Had he been any other color than white, he would have turned white. That was blood. His Fluttershy was bleeding. Oh man, blood, oh man. One drop of blood is gonna hurt someone. Wow. Why was she
It
bleeding?
could get some of the AIDS.
Yeah. Why was she bleeding? Error, no question mark. Error, all the way. Error.
Stop pointing out errors. We're recording. It's not like we're.
Dude, like I said,
Shut up.
don't shut up. I don't care about comments, really. Wait, let's just get through this as fast as we can.
No.
Angel started to panic. Okay, flashlight voice. Angel, is something the matter? She almost pranced over and sat. She almost pranced over and sat down a big bowl of sliced carrots, turnips, radishes, and even spinach.
Drool.
Yeah, it says drool in there somewhere.
Spinach.
Angel looked from the large serving of food and back to Fluttershy, then back to the food, and again back to Fluttershy.
Old Spice.
She nodded his head. He nodded his head and hopped over to the drop of blood and pointed at it feverishly. Fluttershy lowered her head and peeked at it. Blood? Oh gosh, are you hurt, Angel Bunny? She scooped him into her arms and started patting him, trying to spot any blood. You're not hurt. She mused as she gently patted his belly. Angel rarely allowed Fluttershy to pet his belly, usually because it meant he was on his back and showing he was not the dominant master in this master pet food supplier relationship. P.S. This is Clop, but it's comedy Clop.
It's hilarious.
So you can close out your little internet browser right now if you don't like Clop, but it's hilarious. The way
Very funny.
the way the writer worded this, it's just
So now we have Golem this at the beginning.
yes, we should have, but
It's been like 5 minutes since we started recording,
yeah,
and
yeah, like
we only got to like 12 sentences.
no script, so
Oh,
not my
script.
fault. But but he, bleh, but he couldn't
Cough.
escape. But he couldn't escape as she kept petting. He sighed and almost relaxed till he realized something. She was starting to pet him a little too low for comfort, and she was starting to breathe a little heavily.
Period blood.
Angel started to smell something, and he knew exactly what that was from his experiences with various lady bunnies. Lol.
Period. Knew it.
Oh, wow.
Well, we did read this before.
He kicked and bolted, glaring at Fluttershy, then dragged his large meal off toward his personal hutch in the house. Okay, imagine this bowl, like, that gigantic mixing bowl that your parents used to have? Yeah, imagine
Spike
that.
used in the last episode.
Yeah, and like that just gigantic mixing bowl, and it's like just piled, like overflowing with food. And it's like
Yeah.
carrots and stuff.
Mm,
Yeah,
cookie dough.
and Tiny Bunny eats all of it in like 5 seconds.
I do it. I do it.
But it's a
I went
bunny.
through that when I was like 3.
Okay, at the little dots you can start reading. Okay, little 3 little
Okay.
dots right there on the separation. You can start reading. Then I'm gonna go get something to drink, and I'll be back. So okay. Fluttershy turned her head, wondering what was the matter with him. She smiled, seeing seeing him munch on his food. Oh, you were just so hungry, weren't you, Angel Bunny? Just make sure you don't eat too fast. She turned and trotted back to tend to her own food, a spring in her step.
Triple dot. Rarity wanted to scream. It was that time of year again. Mare's going into heat and flirted with any available stallion. This was the time of year when Rarity, despite her own heat, kept the clinic stocked with bandages that would be used for many, many mares that would inevitably end up fighting over an available stud. This would be Rarity's third heat. So far, she had refused any willing and able stallion, and the occasional mare, the pleasure, the delight, and the privilege of being her first. She didn't even think of trying to find a willing, unwilling mate. Then there was the mare and stallion ratio. So many mares in heat compared to so many few available young studs. Whoever thought that so few available good-looking rich stallions was a good idea? They were wrong. She muttered as she was reading crap. She muttered as
Okay.
she packed another box full of rolled bandages. Note that these were from Rarity's personal stock of clothing for her sewing, but from bolt of cotton she would order for this time of year. In this case, style didn't matter. So plain white cotton would have to do. There, the last one for now. Rarity levitated the filled box and her excited and like, exited her home. She trotted towards the clinic, a sexy spring in her step. I'm bad at this.
You're not
She
that bad.
quickly realized what?
You're not that bad.
Fair enough. She quickly realized what she was doing, and she spotted a couple of colts staring at her. Oh, ew! Snips and stare. They cannot possibly be of age. She lowered her tail and moved with a less obvious trot. As she neared her destination, having invaded 3 more stands, including Big Mac, yup, who was trying to escape from a mob of willing mares, spotted a pony she dreaded to see in the heat. Scrolling down. Fluttershy was walking into town. The telltale spring to her step, her tail raised just enough to be eased. Rarity bolted forward and grabbed Surprise with her mouth and dragged her into a clinic.
Rarity?
Fluttershy quickly realized what happened, though she hadn't yet to realize what was happening. Fluttershy, what are you doing out of your house?
Shopping, of course. I'm all out of carrots and turnip. All out of carrots and turnips and spinach. Wow. Angel Bunny ate the last of what I had.
Note to author if he's reading this, use commas.
Correct.
Okay. You just bought a bunch yesterday. Oh,
hold on, I'll be back.
Okay. She leaned close to Fluttershy, blushing as she could smell her friend. You're in the heat. I am? She blinked, suddenly blushing pinker than her own mane. Oh my.
Okay,
Oh
back.
no. Oh my. She seemed to suddenly melt. I kind of read the Fluttershy part.
Yeah, it's
Rarity
okay.
looked to where Fluttershy was looking at a big spot. The big blank Big Macintosh had slipped into the clinic, hoping to evade the raging masses outside. I really shouldn't have come to town to sell my apples today.
Hold on, we're back.
Face palm. He suddenly became aware of heavy breathing behind him, a small scuffle of some whimpering. He turned around to see Miss Rarity and Miss Fluttershy. Rarity was struggling to keep Fluttershy back. He was confused till he saw and recognized that look in Fluttershy's eyes.
Okay, if you're talking,
You were
where you at?
where Fluttershy says 5 minutes, no an hour.
Um,
After the Big Macintosh sees the look in Fluttershy's eyes.
hold on. Is it like big?
So bad.
Let's see, where's it at? Is it after where
He was confused for a moment, till he
found it.
saw and recognized the look in Fluttershy's eyes.
5 minutes. No, an hour. I just want an hour with him.
Fluttershy whimpered. Hey, I'm reading right now.
Yeah, sorry.
Big Mac, run. Rarity yelled at... Oh, I didn't run. Yelled. Rarity yelled, her own eyes sporting that look. Big Mac made himself scarce, deciding to leave in the ever-free forest for, say, a week? 2 just to be safe. Maybe a month. A month sounded safe. Fluttershy, calm down.
No. Here's how it is. Fluttershy, calm down.
Oh, you can do it Rarity better than me. See,
can?
You told me. I did bad. Bonk. Rarity hated herself for this, but she picked up a clipboard off the counter and lightly bonked Fluttershy in the head. I mean lightly as in a gentle tap. Fluttershy froze and stared at Rarity.